My Model 3 has illumination in both the front and in the trunk, but it's not enough for me. So that is where these front trunk lights and rear trunk lights from Yeslak come into play. So these are trunk and front lights from Yeslak. They are LED strips. This should be a fairly easy installation. We'll get into that into a minute. Now they are from Yeslak. I'll have the link down in the description for the product, and if you decide that you want to get these for your vehicle, you can enter the promo code SPINNER and receive an additional 20% off. If we look inside, you can see it is just an LED strip with a little itty bitty wiring harness right here that has a little ground cable. So it's going to be a matter of finding the right place to plug them in. Yeslak is the company where we got our white interior seat covers, where we got all of our carbon fiber interior trim on our dash and on the steering wheel. And they make good products. I've been satisfied with everything that they've sent me, everything that I've tried out. And speaking of the Yeslak seat covers, we're going to have another seat cover giveaway. Let me tell you some of the details about that. If you remember, a couple of months ago, we gave away a set of white seat covers for a Model 3 Highland, 2024 or newer, the Project Highland Model 3, that Yeslak had sent us for our car, but our car is not a Project Highland. They sent us the correct set for ours and said, you know what? Have a drawing and give that other set away, which we did, and one of our viewers won that set of white seat covers. I thanked Yeslak for it, and they said, hey, guess what? We have a set of red seat covers that are also for a 2024 or newer Tesla Model 3 Project Highland that the customer didn't want, and we refunded the money. So, I mean, they've got a little bit of a scuff on them somewhere that I couldn't see, but my eyes are terrible. But if you would like to win them for free, this time around I'm getting a little smarter in the drawing. I'm going to put a link in the description that's to a Google form that all I'm going to ask you to do is give me like an email address so I can contact you if you win, all right? I plan on having this drawing on Valentine's Day unless I don't have anybody enter the drawing by then. My minimum number of drawing entries is 1. If one person is entered by Valentine's Day, they win. If there are more, then I'll put them in a random generator and I will contact the winner directly. The only reason I'm going to ask for an email address is so I can reach out to you and say, hey, congratulations, you won. How can I get these to you? So if you're the owner of a Tesla Model 3 2024 or newer Project Highland model and you would like to have a set of red seat covers for your car, click the link down in the description and you can win this set. I'm going to go ahead and install these now here in this bright sunny parking lot. I'm going to start with the light in the front first and then we'll move to the back. So let's get these installed. So obviously to install the front light, you're going to have to get into the front. I've got my camera set up and show you what we're going to use. Basically the tools are going to be this little trim tool and I'm going to use a 10mm wrench and that's it. The rest of it, the tools that you're going to use are your fingers. So on the inside of your front there's this little panel and this little light is the only light that is there to illuminate your front in the nighttime. Which it's okay, but I live where there aren't any street lights or anything and I'd like to have a little bit more illumination in here. So we're going to go ahead and pop this off. And I have not tested this beforehand to see how hard this is going to be. Not hard at all. So right here is where the power for this light connects. I'm going to open up the box for the Frunk Light and pull out the little wiring harness. I'm going to unplug this, be this end in. There we go. And then I'm going to plug this in here. Yeah, this goes to the actual LED. So now the wiring harness is installed. This is for ground, and somewhere in here, yeah, right here, there's a little nut. I'm going to loosen that up with a 10mm socket and attach this ground right there. So now I've got my 10mm socket, and I'm not going to take this all the way out. I'm just going to back it out just a little bit, just enough that I can get this ground wire in there. Tuck it in, and then tighten it back up. And there we have it. Now I can get the LED light strip, and it will plug into the white end, the white plug on this wiring harness. And it's got this little loop right here that this tongue clips into. And it's very sunny out here, but you can see that it is now lit up. So it is working. Now I just need to install it around the outside of the frunk. I'm gonna try to tuck in this cable harness here and run the cable up through here. There we go. And now that is in place. And all I have to do now is lift up this rubber gasket and tuck it under with the light pointing the right way. And it's just going to tuck in underneath this gasket. And it looks like I've got a gap of maybe about 3 inches there, but that's perfectly all right. And so now the frunk light's in. I'm gonna get a picture, some video clips of this tonight so you can see how it looks. I've seen what it looks like at night, show you the before and the after. Now, let's go back to the trunk. So I'm laying down in the trunk, and this little pop rivet here above the light for the trunk, this is on the right-hand side of the car, the passenger side of the car. And I'm gonna take my trim tool, and I'm just going to pop this pop rivet out. Sorry if I'm blocking your view there. So I've got the pop rivet out. I'm gonna pull these trim pieces out of the way. So right here is the light for the trunk. I'm going to detach, comes out, plug it in here, plug this end back into the light, it's back on, and then again I've got this white end here. That gets plugged into the LED strip, and the LED strip lights up. So now it's got power. It's going to tuck in under this seal all the way around the trunk. So I'm going to start it off probably here. There we go. And that's the installation process for these frunk and trunk lights. Show you some of what the trunk looked like before, what it looks like now. And again, if you're interested in these products for yourself, the link is down in the description. If you enter the promo code SPINNER, you can receive an additional 20% off your purchase. And don't forget, if you're the owner of a 2024 or newer Model 3 Highland and you would like to have red seat covers for your Model 3, click on the link to the Google form down in the description and enter. We'll be having that drawing, I hope by Valentine's Day. That's my plan. The only reason I won't draw by Valentine's Day is if I just don't have enough entrants yet. But get that entry in. Best of luck to you. Thanks for watching.